Okay, back with the Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, 1920 Germany campaign. Left off the last episode, we had just had several new cruisers enter the fleet, one of which was mothballed because our okay. Hey, you can go back and look at the video. it, why is that showing three? I haven't even advanced a turn. How did that occur? Hey, I mean, really, go back and check the last video, man. It was reading like, I don't know, 300 or something. Well, something weird happened there. Shoop, shoop. Oh, there we go. Blucher's fine. In any case, I did go, I looked at the help. I looked at, did a search in the Steam discussions, Game Lab forums. I didn't see anything at all about the effect of low crew. Nothing. I would expect it means you're just gimping your ship, and it may still be active and counting for power projection, but it can also get pulled into a battle with stupid low crew, and it's just going to get wrecked. But I was kind of hoping maybe a formal low crew status means the ship is still in existence and therefore is counted as active, or kind of like a real in being, but doesn't leave port at all and does not get pulled into a battle, which would be kind of a best of both worlds. And the price you pay for that is that you lose the crew proficiency. If ever you go man it up again, it's going to have a lower crew. In our current situation, something like that would be attractive. And I might still try that because we do have yet more ships coming that are going to need sailors. But for now, I don't need to do that little experiment. I think that's probably not the case. It's just something worth experimenting with. If anyone has done that and knows the answer, feel free to leave a comment. One other thing I did off camera, I got to thinking about what is the most cost efficient ship? Like dollars per ton for kind of padding and getting our power projection up. And I noticed that the Königsberg Legacy Battlecruiser was actually cheaper than our new heavy cruiser at twice the tonnage. But of course, Königsberg has some issues. So I did a quick copy of the design, and I made this Prinz Heinrich Friedrich, which is not completely a new design. It's just kind of a modification of the Königsberg. And just a real quick look at it. I dropped the gun caliber down to 12 inches, duals instead of triples. Kind of made a more sensible arrangements of secondaries. Improved her towers a little bit for accuracy, but I didn't go all the way up to the high-end ones because I really tried to focus on controlling costs. It's still lightly armored, but not nearly as paper thin as Königsberg, which is almost light cruiser level. So, give her a 10-inch belt. Everything's fairly light, but also everything is better than the other battlecruiser design. Made sure she wasn't too terribly vulnerable to flash fires. Generally tried to keep it cheap, though. Did want some range, since the whole idea is some effective blockade tonnage. And gave her a little bit more speed than Königsberg had, but it's still not super fast. In any case, Königsberg cost uh, just about 24 million for 29,000 tons. So this is actually the most cost-efficient design in the entire fleet. But this modified, this where is it? Prinz Idol is the same tonnage at 27 million, 27.3 million. That's still well below 1,000 per ton. Even our cheapest battleship is just a hair over 1,000 per ton. And this completely gold-plated turbo-electric drive Brandenburg, that thing's what, 60, 36, I think that's like 1,800 per ton. I'm not going to build any more of these. I am going to have Brandenburg because I want a battleship in the fleet soon. And she will be getting there soon. I think she's like, what, 6 months out. So this Prinz Idol class, not necessarily in the shipbuilding plan now, no immediate plans, but I've got this kind of cost-efficient option available for some big tonnage at relatively cheap cost. Should I decide I want or need that in the future. Our monthly deficit increased a little bit, and I think that's primarily because I manned up the new cruiser Blücher and took it out of mothball status. The other thing that happened is last episode we did let our funds go to zero just to see how big a naval prestige hit it would be, and it was a big one. If I can avoid it, I'm not going to do that again. And yeah, I'm going to do the little home port swappy thing to kind of manipulate that a little bit, because I feel like once we break the blockade, this budget problem is going to get a whole lot better real fast. And with the new cruisers that just came online, I'm hopeful that will be very soon. The new cruisers came into the fleet in Danzig. The original idea was to let them kind of hang over there and train up a little bit before moving them to the North Sea, but I'm going to move them now. Plenty of room in Emden. On to December 1921. Boom. Blockade broken. I don't have to cheese the home port thing anymore. I'm sure that had to be annoying the crap out of at least a couple people. All right, I'm kind of seeing the path. You know, we're not out of the tunnel, but I'm seeing the light at the end of it, and I don't think it's an oncoming train. It's real light. Okay, we have. Did I have another? No. No repairs, no new ships, etc. This message here was just, I had made that demonstration design just to show the effect of that turbo-electric drive. Never had any intention of actually building that, so I just deleted that from the list. Convoy battle. And the ship that we just took out of mothballs, the Blücher, with her cadet crew. Yeah, probably cadet crew is attacking a British convoy. I've kind of learned from experience, these transports don't mean squat. It's not going to hurt their economy. My, German transports that are sunk don't hurt my economy. As far as we've been able to tell, we looked at that earlier. So this is really just she is cadet crew, and shooting up these transports will she'll do some damage, get some XP. But really, we're looking to try to bag us at least a light cruiser. Hopefully, both of them. And Blucher is much, much better armed and better configured than the old heavy cruiser, which means hopefully she can deal damage at a far enough distance that these, that they can't just run in. There they are. Oh, well, those are the transports. To torpedo range without taking much damage. I don't feel a need to burn main battery. Goodness, sake her twice. Not fast. I don't feel a need to burn main battery on these transports. Let's just use secondaries for those. Even for transports, though, man, those first two sank fast before I could turn the 9-inchers off. It's pretty impressive. Okay, that's probably the cruisers over here. Distance are they at? 11.5, 10.4. Blucher is also much faster than the old Victoria Louise. 31 knots. Nope. Forgot to turn off torpedoes. Save our second shot. And let's get the main batteries going. Keep the second. Nope. Just shoot at the cruisers. Inside torpedo range is probably already in position. It's a hard turn. They will fire through your transports. Their own transports. Hasn't fired torpedoes. Neither has Blanche. I'm running away to maintain distance, not give them a great torpedo angle. When we get too close to those fast-running torpedoes, they've been hammered. Hello? If I can't figure it, it's probably pretty easy to do. I'll try to edit that out if I can find a way to do it. I don't. Oh, what am I doing? I don't want to get back to this. Turn towards the water. Yeah. A lot harder to hit that faster, tighter turning cruiser, isn't it, Mr. Neptune? Oh, there's another batch. Kind of hoping with these new cruisers we got that the days of the British light cruisers' torpedo tyranny may be coming to an end. Balanced rudder, good steering systems, shaft, aux text. Man, they still got a load. Looks like land was fired again. Pretty recently, they may not have spotted them yet. I don't know. Okay, Neptune about done. Yeah, she was close on the flood. She still got a lot of structure. Keep an eye on both torpedo statuses. Come on, almost there. Oh, she's watering. Good time. They've had enough. Yeah, they're just trying to beat feet. I don't think so. I'm tired of getting torpedo bullied by you guys. At least one of you is. Blanche may be able to outrun me. Neptune's not going to. Yeah, she's making 34 knots. I can only do 30, 31. Range on the 9-inchers, 15. We'll keep firing. Maybe we can get a lucky hit that slows her down. At this range, though, we're at 3.1%. Oh! She wants to scrap some. Okay, come on. Oh, Blucher does not have cadet crew. She's regular. Well, that's helping the gunnery a bit. I must have done something with the ship that I forgot that put a new batch of regular scrap something that I don't remember. I don't think so. Oh, she's running again. But she's running at 26 knots. Getting a little low on ammo though. She does have several torpedo spreads left in her. So do we. I'm just gonna wait till we get a little bit closer, get that hit percentage, that hit chance a little higher. Still 200 rounds, but these 9-inchers fire pretty fast, especially with the semi-automatic loading, kind of machine gunny. Of course, some of that is ×5 speed too. I think I'm close enough now, but I'm gonna wait for her smoke screen to clear. I remember putting an 8-inch gun on these things. Oh right. Because a 9-inch would not fit on this aft barbette. I forgot about that. Alright. Let's start firing main guns. Oops. I don't know how to interpret this. The Citadel area is showing red, everything else green. What does that 69.4% penetration chance pertain to? Is that just on the green areas, or is that on the Citadel? close enough. Don't really want to come that much closer. I think I should be switching to HE. And smoking again. Penetrating anyway. There's another one. Light cruiser armor. I don't want to come any closer to 5 knots. And plus, you know, this will get the 8-incher going too. Nice job, Blucher. That's a pretty good debut for the new heavy cruiser. 4,100 victory points. Nice. All right. I'm liking the trajectory we are on overall. Light damage to Blucher. Blanche and Neptune sunk. And I think that will do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. We'll see what happens in 1922 next time around.